moving on. I know you're like ready to go home. Like, what
I
the
am
fuck?
not. I'm good.
All right. Okay. All right. She's a sport. She's a good sport, guys. Moving on to the next stuff. All right. So, Aunt Karen. On July 25th, black rights activist Denise Bradley, which is a.k.a. Aunt Karen. She's a friend of the show, by the way.
Is she?
Denise Bradley, a.k.a. Aunt Karen, posted a video showing her daughter's daycare after they allowed the 3-year-old to sit in her own waste all day, and then claimed that there was the reason why was because there was no change of clothes. When later it was proven by Aunt Karen that that was a lie. She exposed the daycare organization and was retaliated against when they banished her from all of the daycare censors. Fast forward 4 days later, the story is covered by Al Reynolds and Claudia Jordan on the Fox Soul TV show on the Fox network, where Denise was labeled as an anti-black Trump supporter who, as if to imply her daughter deserved it for those reasons.
What?
When Denise called them out, they immediately backpedaled and deleted their social media accounts. Claudia on the show apologized, but Al Reynolds went totally silent. So what do you think about what I just read to you? This whole thing. I mean, I know you probably you haven't seen any of these things, but I tried to nip it in the bud of that whole thing. So like I said, Denise, she's on TikTok. She has about 1.6 million followers. She's a friend of the show. Me and her are friends. I've worked for her for her social media stuff for a while. So this was a whole thing. So on her TikTok, she recorded that she went to go pick her daughter up on daycare, and she realized that her daughter was wearing a dress, and there was like boo-boo like all in it, and she recorded, and she was livid.
Well, rightfully so.
And she recorded it. Then later, a couple of days later, then this show on Fox called Fox Soul, these people covered it. And one of the guys, the guy named, his name is Al Reynolds, he said something like, I did a deep dive on Aunt Karen, and it turns out that she's anti-black, which she's not. She is a black activist. And she always fights against racism. And she's a Trump supporter, which Aunt Karen was like, what the fuck? Like, even she's not, but she said, even if I was, what would that have to do with anything?
So like they're trying to distract you from the facts. The facts are her child was left in her own filth and feces, and it was done in a manner to the detriment of the child, and the parent is bringing it out. So all they're doing is they're trying to distract you with all this other hype, these other buzzwords.
Right.
Look, no matter what your political affiliation is, no matter what you believe, what you don't believe, no child, an innocent freaking child, should ever sit in their own filth.
Right.
And the daycare, no matter if that child has, because you do, when your kids are little like that, you're supposed to bring extra clothes. All daycares have a lost and found or something that they could have put that child in for that situation. There is no excuses.
Right.
You do not punish the parents by making the child suffer.
Right.
That is a
which she later proved in a later video that she got on video proving that she did have extra clothes.
Yes.
But for some reason they didn't change her.
This is, I do not understand these concepts where people, they for lack of a better term, somebody has fucked up, okay? Somebody fucked up. And they thought that they were doing what they were supposed to. That could have been the situation. But guess what? They fucked up. So you know what they need to do? They need to own their literal in this situation and realize that they harmed a child. Mm-hmm. And they need to make it right. If more people would just own their ups and make it right, so much would be better.
Yeah.
So much. We are human. We make mistakes. Things happen. We are not perfect, nor do we parent, I'm a business owner. Am I perfect in my business 24/7? No. We screw up all the time. Guess what?
I've been trying to sue her in a slip and fall for like years, but I haven't. She's been able to.
I put them signs out. Good. Wet floor.
Right. But Denise, aka Aunt Karen, she so the story. So I guess they didn't realize maybe who she was. So when she recorded everything, and she said that she told me that she didn't record everything just because she was trying to go viral or anything like that. She just knew for her own protection to
Absolutely.
record.
That's what you gotta do these days.
And she is known for, she is very popular on TikTok, and she has, like I said, 1.6 million followers. And I'm assuming that the daycare center didn't know this about her. Maybe some people did, but they didn't know. I guess when you get that complaint, well, I'm going to expose you or this and that and the other. But when Denise says she's going to expose you, she's going to expose you. Yeah. She has the followers. So the story got picked up, and as a retaliation, the daycare center banished her from all of their franchises, which is stupid.
I mean, look, it's a business. A business has a right to
they can refuse service to
anybody. I get that.
But that wasn't going to make anything better.
No, this is not helping them in any sort of way because they were in the wrong.
Right, 100%.
They literally left a innocent child in its feces.
Yeah, and the story got picked up by local news and things like that. And then this channel, this show, Fox Soul, these hosts, Claudia Jordan, I think his name, and Al, I forgot his name, Al Reynolds. But the thing that he said on the show, like I said, he was like, I did a deep dive on this Aunt Karen lady, and she's like no little girl should have, no child should have boo boo on, is what he said. But I did a deep dive on her, and she's a Trump supporter and stuff. And then Denise, Aunt Karen, she responded for one, I'm not a Trump supporter, but even if I was, why are you talking about my child as if she deserved it because I am a Trump supporter?
Why is there a but there?
Exactly. That was the implication. As if Denise got what she deserved because she was allegedly a Trump supporter.
No.
Even if she was, no child deserves that.
Absolutely.
But and then when that blew up in their face, then the show had to backpedal because he said I did a deep dive on her. She's anti-black and she's a Trump supporter, which in both counts she's not.
And if both counts were accurate, that child, no matter what her parents' beliefs are, no matter if she was a Trump supporter and she was anti-black, that child does not deserve that.
Yeah.
Take it out on the person that if you don't like their beliefs, talk to that person.
Right.
Go directly to the source. Do not take it out on an innocent child.
Right.
That is some bullshit.
I will support this child unless her mom is a Trump supporter. That doesn't make any
sense.
sense.
That is a straight up, I don't know who this Al guy is, but that is a straight up bully. They are picking on the smaller person because they can't fight the bigger person.
Right.
So they're going to take it out on the kid. So let's make it okay to take it out on the kid because I don't like the parents' political views. That's not okay.
And then, so fast forward, she called them out on it, on all of that stuff. And then this Claudia, the person I have the picture of right now, she was the one who reached out to Denise more in DMs and things like that. Why don't you come on to the show and this and that? Yeah. And Denise told her straight, I don't want to come on your damn show. No. After he insulted my daughter and said my daughter deserved it. No, she wasn't going to come on the show. So then a day after that, then she goes onto her show, Fox Soul, and she does a 100% retraction and an apology. She gives a legit apology.
Okay, good on her.
Which was good on her.
Yeah.
But the Al Reynolds guy who originally said the things like Trump supporter and all that and anti-black, he said nothing. He deleted his social media, he deleted his Instagram, he deleted his TikTok. There's no accountability. And Denise called, even on this apology video, she called it out too. Okay, that's good that you're apologizing, but what about the guy who actually said those things?
He's not taking accountability.
He's not saying. Which was I had to 100% agree. He's not. So if you're not following, I know maybe you're not following, but if you go to Aunt Karen 0, that's her on TikTok. If you go scroll through any of her videos for a couple of videos, you'll see what she's all about. For him to say I did a deep dive on her, no, he did no research at all. And now they're backpedaling and all this stuff. It's a crazy thing. But the fact that that he on national, so the problem is you said what you said on national TV. She has 1.6 million followers on TikTok, but you're on national TV.
Yep.
Say what you TV is whatever is dying. But I'm sorry, there's more people still watching network TV than are on
it's a
watching
responsibility.
Social media.
It's absolutely a responsibility.
Yeah, that negative image reached more people than the retraction did. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. But it was crazy.
That poor baby.
But hey, like I said, I know Denise. I know Aunt Karen. I've worked on her channel before. Me and her became friends. when I say a lawsuit against that daycare is coming, and there's gonna be some consequences. There's gonna be some
Rightfully so.
consequences. But real quick, just to let you know what the lady from Fox and Claudia Jordan said on Fox News on her channel. She said she reached out to Aunt Karen at Aunt Karen. The truth is, listen. The truth is, no problem. I see instead of responding. This is the DM conversation that she had with Aunt Karen. The truth is, no problem. I see instead of responding to my DMs about how you would like me to handle this, you instead post our private conversations, which is fine. You know, I've been trying to get to the bottom of this and make it right. And I asked you how you would like me to proceed. Do you want to come on the show? Do you want us to issue statements? I'm asking you, what can I do to resolve this? I meant it. Do you want to hop on a call? Let me know. I'm not happy about this at all. Okay, Claudia, that's good that you're saying this, but the guy who actually did the most damage is saying nothing.
And what I think I don't like about this post is the fact that she's claiming that I see that you've put our DMs out for the public, right? Well, they took a public forum and utilized it to their benefit for a story.
You said my daughter deserved to be on, or have feces on her in public.
Yeah, so why can't she do the same concept, especially when one person, the female of the group, is taking ownership of her poor actions, but the male of the group is not, who literally said it was okay for a child to be sitting in her feces because potentially their parent could be a Trump supporter or anti-black, which turns out to not be truths, can't own his own actions and his own words.
That's the most insulting thing, that the one who said the most, is now not saying anything.
Yeah, it's not taking ownership. It's just doing the silent bit.
And that was on Karen's response to Claudia Jordan. I don't need or want to come on your show. Fire Al Reynolds. He's a coward, a liar, and above all, justified the abuse of a 3-year-old child. He is not a journalist. He has no integrity. He deleted his Twitter, silenced his mentions, all because he can't take accountability. He can't even admit that he didn't mix me up with another person. You care about the integrity of your show? Good. Ask Fox Soul for a new co-host. That was her response to that. Yeah. So, yeah, and to me, she's 100% right.